Hi, my name is Elliot Winskill and I'm a product manager at PMC. At PMC we provide technology and IT services to retail, hospitality and B2C customers. Today I'm going to talk to you about a topic I've spent the last 3 years learning, innovating and aiming to provide a solution for our B2C customers, but that is also applicable to any other sector. Data is everything in B2C. In this case study, I will talk to you about how we have overcome some of the challenges in data synchronization in distributed retail environments. Today, relationships are the difference. The price of standing still is losing everything. B2C customers are now under pressure to deliver. And the challenge for us as a technology partner is to provide the right toolset and skills to enable them the ability to move faster, but while still delivering engaging, trusted, convenient, and more importantly, personal experiences to their staff and to their customers. The cloud has achieved this with management of data from conception, but the complexity of providing this consistently to the endpoint is difficult. Other factors like COVID, rent hikes, Brexit, and all the macro, micro, economic and political variables are delivering a world where the only thing that defines winners and losers is margin. Need to change the model to incremental cost that enables you to quickly identify the margin or advantage, then invest small, deliver quick, and reap the immediate rewards, before then resetting and trying again. This model has been merely an aspiration for many, but now needs to be the reality for success. Data is everything. But in retail and B2C, this challenge is multiplied through the multitude of consumer touchpoints and systems that support a consistent customer experience. We are dealing with locations, multiple devices, across multiple channels, and with many different journeys. It truly is complexity brought to life. IoT, kiosks, and all of the other devices are presenting a challenge to understand where is the data. Technology is driving a pace of change that is bringing to life a model that many have been needing and driving the landscape to really being able to finally access that real-time data, to enable insight, analytics, and the automation. With data at the front end, you can easily get better staff engagement and experience, with that common factor now being data, and the success factor that enabled cloud to thrive for many decades. However, the challenge remains, how do you bring this to life between the cloud and the endpoint for both online and offline in a near real-time way for all innovations in the future? We set ourselves a set of design principles. These were what governed how we felt we needed to operate and what we needed to deliver to our customers. The speed of solution delivery, real-time dynamic data at the device, being able to robustly monitor and alert that, but bring all of that at a reduced cost to the customer. Starting to drive a front-end and data flexibility so that the front-end and data can sit at any edge. And then allow them to use that to design their own experiences, but with the assurance that the whole architecture and world that they sit in has the visibility, control, and security to ensure their future. For our customers, we have built an architecture that spans over both physical and the cloud, bringing them together with enterprise solutions that ensure the best of both physical endpoints and cloud, both being harnessed dynamically and flexibly, that can work alongside the legacy and bring assets the business have already invested to life, then wrapped in a security to ensure that the business can define how the solution ends based on structure, users, product, service, or role. This is designed to not only bring the benefits of headless cloud, but also synchronize data based on the needs of the business. However, by bringing to life an architecture, we had to overcome a few core challenges, and we had to make the right decisions based on driving the experience that our customers need now, but also in the future. We had to overcome the challenging options of legacy a mindset of old technology that doesn't seem to be easily accessible with the modern technology out there today. We had to overcome costs, trying to help retailers understand that the newer models, the service models, provide such cost benefit that you can drive cost out of the business. And connectivity, how do you get that reliability and scalability on all of your devices at the endpoint as well as in the cloud for connectivity? And then finally bringing all of that back together in a coherent, consistent, brand-driven experience that delivers for both the staff and the customer. The first one I'm going to face is legacy. The solution you see on your screen is a monolithic application employee system. The challenge faced to this system is an age-old question. Can I just rip and replace and realise the benefit? But in most cases, this doesn't immediately realise the benefit, and you're left with a hefty project that has many issues. Or take an architecture-based principle approach, where you work together with the legacy, you identify replacement and modularisation over time, and you move to the cloud and deliver back to the experience, with a clear focus ensuring this is incremental, and that the cost can be broken back with each of those changes. In this scenario, your phase 1 could be a built in-house user service, followed by phase 2, which could be a purchased product off the shelf that does timesheeting in the way that you're looking for, with phase 3 being a combination of the three, but with architecture and data being the glue that brings together this new solution that's taken it from that monolithic state into a microservice-driven architecture. The next one I'm going to address is cost. Cloud provides unbelievable cost efficiency that can be taken out of the store's infrastructure investment through just a different mindset. As all businesses drive down costs, the cloud has pioneered in the serverless models with a service-based cost approach. This is leading to a future of pay for what you use, making margins through scale. But in physical store, there is still a challenge with enterprise models. And that sweating your investment-based approach is still anchoring businesses. So by focusing your investment, should be focused on where the data needs to sit against the needs of the business. If you need edge computing, then absolutely that is the way forward to ensuring the reliability of the experience. But where edge computing is not required, we are trying to push that the data should be able to get all the way to the edge of the device, so that any device you implement into your store can have the data it needs, hence allowing you to drive cost out of the business on expensive servers and expensive kit that you require to run your environment. Again, based on the business need. The serverless cost models are driving huge cost efficiency over the historical server-based approach. The next one I'm going to address is connectivity. And with Couchbase, we solve this by providing a near real-time data access so that all solutions are providing an offline experience with online data. With Couchbase in our architecture, it is underpinned on the belief that the only successful way to complete transformation is to make data more available and combining online and offline capability. This provides the business access to the data the way they want, no matter what they are trying to deliver. To be able to define which data you want where allows you to define a minimal viable offline, which is essential to the future of solutions. Using Couchbase's Sync Gateway and Couchbase Lite, we have been able to optimize the data storage on device and robustly provide a synchronization service back into the cloud. And through Couchbase's industry-leading Sync Gateway and Couchbase Lite solutions, we now have the capability of dynamically and flexibly deciding what should be in store and catering for offline for that 1 in 10 scenario, and what should be left in the cloud, accessed via the microservices and Couchbase Sync Gateway for normal online operations. That big decision is going to give retailers the choice. So the important message on this page is that connectivity should be a mixture of the online and the offline data. And through this architecture, we're providing the capability to do both. This brings us back to the most important factor, which is experience. No matter where the endpoint may be, it requires the best of the data it can use. So even if the actual front end may differ, whether it's voice or whether it's UI. The framework that drives the data, the access, the content and the role should be standard. The UI is a framework you should provide to your front-end solutions. The architecture is what should define how the framework should be implemented by the solutions. So maybe you buy a product and then build a small offline capability. Maybe you integrate a product, or maybe you build one yourself. No matter which solution you bring into your environment, the focus should be on providing the architecture that they should comply with and the UI framework, which is how the UI should be presented. Those two things come hand in hand, and data and front end should be managed with the same resiliency, scalability and control so that the experience is delivered consistently across all of the solutions. The example I'm going to give you is a scan and go or a kiosk. With our customers, what we have done is put together a demonstration scan and go solution. The screens you see on the left-hand side are a demonstration of a customer application that would enable a customer to walk into store, scan any products, press pay, and then leave the store again. We were able to do that in under 12 weeks with a frictionless customer journey because of the architecture and because of the access to data. So in this solution, when the customer goes into store and they scan the QR code, it is creating a connection between the customer's device and the cloud. It is synchronizing all of the products and prices that it needs, other than the pictures. Then, when the customer walks around and is scanning the items, it is providing an offline experience, allowing them to add the products to the basket. Then, when it takes payment, it is making an online payment call, and then finally is synchronizing the basket at each stage of the process. This is utilizing our endpoint integration enabler, Couchbase Lite, and the Couchbase Sync Gateway all the way back into the Couchbase database, alongside a number of microservices, all working with a mixture of online and offline data based on the need of this solution. Now, we were able to deliver this so quickly due to the architecture that we've built in place, meaning all we're having to do is develop the functionality that this solution needed. We've enabled our customers to think differently about their data and their architecture. We've enabled rapid develop, deploy, and learn at short timescales for good trialing. Real-time dynamic data at device where they need it. We've wrapped that entire service with real-time monitoring and alerting through Splunk that enables us to give the assurance that those rapidly developed and rapidly integrated solutions are well managed. We can do all of that at a 5 times cheaper rate than the historical hosted and enterprise models. And I can give you an example of that in that we run both hosted and serverless within our architecture. The hosted element of our architecture costs 5 times more to run than our serverless elements, and the serverless is delivering over 50% of the functionality. And our ability to then deliver that to any front end, whatever level that may be, whether it's on device, on a server, or in the cloud, is enabled through the truly NoSQL infrastructure that we've designed, along with the amazing toolset provided by Couchbase. And all of that combined is what has enabled our customers to design the experience they're looking for with any solution that they either want to bring in or have as part of their architecture or want to develop. And having that unified authentication to enable control, security, and visibility was one of the prime principles that we set. And we've enabled that while still giving our customers the chance to chunk their big data, to take elements of that data to whatever experience they need, whatever level that may be, whether online or offline. In conclusion, the answer is architecture, a very technical word, but has truly business model implications. With the right architecture in place, it enables the business to focus on how the products and solutions operate within the experience. And it allows the vendors to start thinking about how they can deliver their content better to the different edge points in the experience without having to be experts at either online or offline. It's about moving away from one solution to do everything and best-of-breed solutions to deliver the experience. And by delivering the experience, you're getting back to the core principle that every experience requires data, because data is everything. But physical endpoints need both online and offline data to deliver the experience. And that's where we've used NoSQL architecture to enable that. To enable the conversation between both the microservice catalogs and the synchronization. That's why, for us, the most important architecture that's going to deliver offline experience with online data is one that can harness both the cloud and the endpoints in harmony while still focusing and delivering real-time data as much as possible, but with the capability to handle that offline experience when it is required. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your event, and please feel free to ask me any questions.